Okay. So we have Kirti currently with us. More people would be joining. We have to give like 5-6 minutes,
Yeah.
but we can start. Obviously, time is precious. So thank you, Kirti, and thank you to everyone who's watching it on YouTube. And thank you, Harshit, for taking out time to do this for our aspirants. So just to start the webinar, Harshit, can you open the session by introducing yourself, please?
Okay. So, like any other person, I am just a normal law student who started his journey from NLU Jodhpur in 2014. So it was a very good time there in NLU Jodhpur. I got to learn like I can say that my overall personality developed because I was in NLU Jodhpur in company of very good people, whether they were seniors, colleagues, or juniors. So I was greatly benefited by being at NLU Jodhpur. Then subsequently, after doing many internships, going to the different fields, I decided for myself that I'll be going to the judiciary. Then at the end of the fourth year, I started preparing for the judiciary, and then I gave Rajasthan Judiciary, Delhi Judiciary, and finally I am undergoing training under the guidance of Honorable Rajasthan High Court as a trainee civil judge cum judicial magistrate, and simultaneously I am pursuing my PhD from my parent college, NLU Jodhpur. So right now I consider myself more than an officer. I consider myself as a student who is yet in learning, who is still in the process of learning new things each and every day.
Right, right. Thank you so much, Harshit, for introducing yourself. Now, as you mentioned, you're still a student. So, when you started your formal training as a judge, you were a student at NLU Jodhpur. You've done your BA LLB. So, how was your journey like at an NLU Jodhpur? You just mentioned you had a support from a lot of people, and personality development is something, which we inculcate in 5 years of law school. So, how was your journey like?
So, my schooling from Kendriya Vidyalayas, from different Kendriya Vidyalayas throughout the Rajasthan. So my father has a government job, so we got posted at different places. So generally, कि Kendriya Vidyalayas are more like it doesn't give you that much of intellectual thing like the modern thing which these international schools gives you, private schools give you. So I was more into the sports, like trying to develop an overall personality. So although I cleared the CLAT, but for the initial first semester when I came into the NLU Jodhpur, it was like a little bit a very different environment for me because I was seeing the most elite students coming into the same platform, having very good vocabulary, good English. So that was like a cultural shock for me as well. Like, is this happens in India? And there were many things which I can't say here, but it was a cultural shock in the initial days. So I took my time to get accustomed to that environment because there is too much competitiveness when you go into a top NLU. So it is beneficial. It both it has pros and it has cons as well. But slowly with time, I got to learn like how to proceed, how to manage my time, how to grow into this institution as a good student. So it was not because of my hard work. They were my seniors, they were my juniors who helped me a lot to grow as a person, to achieve what I always wanted to. So my NLU I can describe was ki, like in 3 words: law, sports, and fitness enthusiast. I always say that law was going parallelly. ठीक है? So it was a secondary thing. Primary thing was fitness and sports. So I was like, this was my part of lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. So after doing much internship, I decided for myself that judiciary is the right career option for me because it can give me the sufficient time which I want for myself, whether to go into the fitness, whether to go into the sports. So at the end of the fourth year, started to prepare. And the journey at NLU, like it is a very remarkable journey. There are a lot of memories. I grew as a person. I got to know how to deal in this particular area. When you get so much exposure, because there are some seniors from your NLU Jodhpur who are doing job in foreign law firms. There are some who are doing jobs in tier one law firms. Then there are some who are doing litigation. So there's a very diversified environment. So when you get exposed to different environments, then I think it becomes very easy for you to decide for yourself which field you want to go. So I'm very grateful that I went into the NLU. Initial days were very hard. I would say that, but with time, when I made good friends, senior, juniors, colleagues, then it became very easy for me to grow into that particular situation.
Right, right. So, Harshit, I call myself as a accidental lawyer. So it just happened to me, right? So, why did you decide to pursue law as a career? Because for me, it was very like a very quick decision that I'll appear for CLAT. Was it a conscious one for you, or did you also want to go for any other field like engineering, medical?
So I completed I was from KV. So at the age of 5 years, I guess I started my first class. So by age wise, I am much faster than other kids. So by the age of 15, 16, my 12th was complete. So I have good amount of time to think about what should be the ideal course of career. So I took a year drop, not because to prepare for CLAT, just to since I was playing cricket at a very good level, so I wanted to represent some West Zone University, vagara. So prepare for that. So I decided that this year I will take a drop and I will just got admitted into a normal government college. So that time my father was posted at Jodhpur, so I took admission into Jodhpur government का जो government college था जिसमें so I was playing cricket, but that time injuries started to come. My body was frequently getting injured, so उसमें थोड़ा there was a little bit of hindrance in my cricket career. Then I decided at the end of December or January, I guess, 2013, ki I need to focus on the CLAT as well, because if I get admitted into NLE Jodhpur, it will be good for me as well as for my family. So I started preparation from January 2014, serious preparation from 14 January to May. So I was fortunate enough that I was able to clear the GAT. So during these 5 months, when I first encountered law as a legal aptitude subject, then I felt that this is an interesting area. I can go through this subject for the next 5 years. Initially, there was no I was from humanities background, so roughly I don't have many choices compared to students who are from science background. So there are two, three choices, either going to the DU or doing some social service, vagara. So law as a career, CLAT was in the initial stages these days. Not much time was uh, ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं होता since the starting of the CLAT. So many people said that ki this is a good area, this is a professional degree. If you go into the NLUs, it will be much easy for you to secure jobs. And apart from securing a job, there are many lines too, especially judiciary. So at that time, I didn't knew much about the judiciary, how to become judge. So it was a very nascent stage, I would say. So once I did this CLAT coaching, I was sure ki I can go into the law. Then I went into the NLU. So I would not say that this was some accidental thing. So because of my own choices, just I wanted to be into the Jodhpur city because I wanted to be close to my family. And this gradually I started to develop interest towards law as well. Today, people also ask me once I cleared judiciary whether you want to go for UPSC because you are very motivating kind of person ki you can go for that. I say that ki although I can prepare, I have time. I don't know whether I will get success or failure, but I'm very happy with this because I studied law for the last 5, 6 years, and today is the day when I can actually apply the law. So this field, I think that this is perfectly fine for me. Not accidental; it was intentional, I would say.
Right, right. So, Harshit, you've been into various fields, right? Sports, fitness, even law. So, why did you decide to become a judge when you know that your seniors were in top law firms, litigation, even academics? You are a PhD student at NLU Jodhpur. So, why did you decide to become a judge and not pursue any alternative careers?
So there's an internship culture in the NLE Jodhpur. Like after every semester, you need to do one or two internships. So I also started to intern first with NGOs, then with some district court lawyers, then high court lawyers, then I never went to the Supreme Court. I restricted myself to the high court only. So then after in third, fourth year, I interned with tier one law firms as well. So I got a good exposure ki what each field can offer to me. So I decided ki this was a very I would say informed choice to go to this particular area. Not because I was not getting any other thing. There was an opportunity for me to sit for the interviews as well, PPO interviews and other things. But I decided for myself that I want to go into the judiciary. That way, I changed my line as compared to my other peers who opted for the corporate law honors. I opted for the criminal law honors so that it can help me in this particular field. So this was an informed choice because I got too much exposure. My seniors also told me on the basis of my personality कि यार कि corporate will not be a good field for you because you will not be getting time. You will be getting money, but what you really want from your life, you will not be getting there. So they said that ki judiciary, as we all know, is a very is the third organ of the state. Like executive is a different thing, and judiciary is also altogether different thing. So there are checks and balances according to our constitution. So everyone knows that this is a very respectable job. I would not say it is job. Basically, you are doing it is a kind of social service because you
Right.
cannot term it as a job. So there was always this feeling that when we get to see Honorable High Court and Supreme Court judges coming to our colleges and the kind of personality, charisma they carry, so everyone gets fascinated by that. Ki we also want to be on that position. So this thing was in my mind right from the beginning, and day by day, after doing much internships and after getting guidance, good guidance from my seniors, this belief was further reinforced, and I started to prepare accordingly. Ki I want to be a judge, whether in Rajasthan or Delhi. I want to be a judge.
Right, right. So, first of all, congratulations. And I want to say one thing that you're very inspirational, right? Not only RJS, but DJS parallelly. So, currently, you're a trainee. How has your journey been like? Like, what is that you do in your day-to-day activity? How are you experiencing Rajasthan Academy? What are they putting you through?
I would say it is a very fantastic experience right now till now, because what I thought I am getting that because there is too much exposure when you actually go to the courts. Like right now, till the time we did internships, we were on the other side of the dais. Now I am on the other side of the dais. Now the things quickly changes when you go to the other side of the dais. People see you with a different perspective. Although there are a lot of restrictions because that is required, because as a judges you cannot mingle with each and every person. You need to maintain a certain kind of dignity. You need to maintain a distance because otherwise there will be allegations of bias and prejudice, although you are dealing the matters on the merits. But still seniors say that you don't give a single opportunity to people to question you. So that's why there are a lot of restriction. And this in this particular age when we are not mature enough, तो थोड़ा हम समझ नहीं पाते what is the reason behind that. But this profession teaches you to become a mature person, to become a very understanding. You need to develop a very patient kind of personality because till the time just अभी क्या हुआ, we just passed out from the college, बहुत ही young blood है, तो वही रहता है कुछ करना है, we want to do something, we want to prove, तो थोड़ा show off करने का भी होता है. But this field is totally opposite to that. You need to maintain a decency, decorum should be there. And as far as training is considered, each and every day I'm getting to learn like lot of things from my seniors, respected district court judges and additional district judges and my seniors in this field. So what we get into the books is totally different what we actually implement, because the major problem applies when you actually implement the law. So this for this purpose, Honorable High Court conducts the training for a year, so that before we are given independent courts, we should be thorough enough with regard to the kind of cases we are going to encounter in our career. So as of now, I am getting enough time with regard to my own personal space. Ki like before going to the court, I do my fitness, and then I go to the court, and then after coming, I play badminton. As a everybody knows, ki I'm a like badminton player, and then I try to get like 2-3 hours every day to study the files, because you need to carry the files along with you as well. The cases that are listed for tomorrow. So you need to be like at least 2-3 cases में तो आपकी पकड़ होनी चाहिए. That's why otherwise what will you do? You just will give you the dates, further dates अगर पढ़ा नहीं होगा तो. So as far as this training period concerned, for the last 6 months, I'm very happy. Although I get doesn't time, like I don't get much time to visit families or to go into the parties, वगैरह. But on Sundays you can manage if you are like balancing your life and other things. You can manage, but there are some days which are very hectic because you know the dependency is very insurmounting. It is increasing day by day because litigation is also increasing. It is not because we are not disposing of cases. Cases we are disposing of cases at a very fast pace because there is a guideline from the High Court as well. But if the number of litigants is increasing day by day, that we cannot do with that. Obviously, dependency will increase.
Right, right. So, Harshit, you mentioned you started preparing for judicial services in fourth year, right? So, what exactly is the ideal time that one aspirant should start preparing? Because, the exam is highly competitive.
Like if you are doing, there are two approaches. If you are doing a 5-year course, 5-year integrated law course, so then I think at the end of the fourth year, like either starting of the eighth semester or at the end of eighth semester is the right time. Because the reason behind is that key till seventh or eighth semester, you will be able to explore each and every opportunity which this field of law gives you. Because judiciary is not the only option, there are other options too. So, and I don't think that everybody is best suited for this profession. So you just need to find out for yourself what best fits you. Because like there are some people who have a very tendency to do parties and be into the metro culture. So if they come to the judiciary, they cannot survive here because there are some postings which are in very remote areas, outlying areas, where you will not find these kind of facilities. There will only be basic facilities, and there are other things too. So my piece of advice is that before opting for any career, you should explore each and every opportunity. Like do internship with judges. You should do judicial clerkship as well. You should intern with advocates because there are some persons who are made for the litigation because they are very good argument style. They can be very successful advocates in the future. So you should go for the litigation. You should go for tier one law firms के साथ internship, tier two law firms के साथ internship you can also do. You can start your career from there as well. And there's some other fields as well. Like you can opt for academics as well. There's some people who are very good at teaching. So being an assistant professor is also very respectable job. So before opting for anything, whether it corporate, judiciary, academics, I would say ki try to explore. Then only you will be able to make informed choice. So there are a lot of people who are in the first or second year and they message me, sir, we want to crack judiciary. How should we proceed? So my simple answer is that fourth year, decide, decide for yourself. There should be informed choice. You should go each and every opportunity. क्या पता इससे ज़्यादा तुम्हें अच्छा कुछ लग जाए, है ना? तो फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ईयर में there should not be any decision with regard to career. First and second till third fourth year you should focus on the law subject which are being taught in the college thoroughly. उनके go through हो जाइए, make notes, and then decide at the end of the fourth year if you are clear enough that you want to go into the judiciary. I would say the ideal time is at the end of the fourth year. You can start because major subject भी जब तक आपके cover हो जाते हैं, what judiciary is questioning you, it is questioning you on the basis of the subject that you were taught in your law school. तो अगर आपने पहले ही से ही बहुत अच्छी तैयारी है तो you will be feeling less burdened, and the pressure will also be less, and it will be easy for you to crack exams as compared to any other student who was not focused initially in the law career.
Right, right. So when you were finally mentally ready that, okay, now I'm going to prepare for judiciary in your fourth year, what was the first step? Like, what did you do? Were you reading barracks? Were you going through newspapers? Like, sometimes what happens, people are confused. Where do I start? They don't find that starting point. So how did you start preparing for your judiciary exams?
So reading barracks plus good commentaries is a must. I never preferred notes because I didn't made any notes in my law school career, and neither I opted for any coaching because I didn't have time. Because I gave pre Rajasthan pre in March 2019 when I was in my 10th semester. My 10th semester was yet to end. It ended in May 2019. So I gave my pre still when I was in college. So there was no time for me to go for the coaching, and I am a kind of person who prefers self-study as compared to coaching because I don't want ki somebody coming to me and spoon feeding kare and they showing me ki this is the way to prepare. I like to find my own ways ki this is my rules of success. So I would like to go that way. ऐसा होता है कि it takes a lot of time when you study by yourself to understand a particular concept. अगर कोई सामने वाला समझा दे तो it becomes much easy. But I prefer the former option because once you go by yourself, then it gets stuck into your mind. Conscious, unconsciously, it always remains there. So my approach is first go through the BREC. Then you should simultaneously read good commentaries. Student editions wali aati, like if you are going through CRPC, so you can buy Takwani's criminal procedure. If you are going through CPC, there is also Takwani's CPC ke upar like there's a book. IPC के लिए there's Kelkar, there's Pillai. So you should have along with BREC good commentaries. Like you read one section from the BREC, then go into the interpretation. Because on the basis of BREC, you cannot clear exam. BREC is totally bare language. You cannot understand what is the language of this section saying. Even if you understand the language, you will not be able to get what is the interpretation, what are the major case laws on this particular topic. And in case there is some practical situation, how would you apply that particular situation, particular section in that particular situation. So for that, having good commentaries and reading good commentaries is a must. So approach is that read barracks, read good commentaries, and then make notes. And notes wali stage bhi jab aati hai when you have gone through that particular subject 3 4 times, because then only you will be able to crystallize the matter. Crisp में notes जब भी बनेंगे, otherwise if you are making notes on the basis of first reading, so you will be like in a confused situation कि यार I am finding everything is as important, because what should be left, what should not be left, तो बहुत ज़्यादा dicey situation हो जाएगी. So for making notes, at least you should be thorough with the subject. At least you should read that particular subject before making notes 3 4 times. And apart from this, like if you focus on the Delhi and Haryana type, Haryana ki judiciary, so they have a tendency to ask question on the basis of recent topics, recent legal topics. So for that, you need to refer to the legal websites each and every day and just try to find out what is related to your course, what can be asked in your course. Not everything which is there. You should look into the course. Ki these are my course ke subjects, and this particular topic, this particular case law, yeah, this particular article relates to the topic in my course, and then go through that also, because this law is changing each and every day. Even if it is not changing, like if there's a recent Supreme Court on a particular subject which is already confirming a previous decision, that also becomes important, because in multiple choice questions they can ask on this particular topic what is the case law, है ना? तो if you are updating yourself, then only you will be able to clear Delhi and Haryana. राजस्थान में they don't ask this kind of question recent legal के basis पे, but Delhi and Haryana majorly focuses on that. So even if you know the past concept, you know the past case law, but you are not able to recall the recent case law, you will not be getting number. So there are 3 things which are very important: barracks, commentaries, and third is legal websites. Apart from that, Delhi, as far as I know, pre may they also ask general knowledge, and there's means maybe there's paper of general knowledge. So general knowledge may you can like in initial days when you're starting preparing, you can just leave it. But once the notification comes out, like after 3 months, there's a paper of pre, so then you can regularly, 1 hour you can devote to your general current legal knowledge, current knowledge, not only legal knowledge, current affairs where you can focus. For that, you can refer to some magazine, or there's too many legal websites, too many general knowledge websites on the net as well. So if you want to save money, you can refer to that as well. But my advice is that कि जो current affairs वाला part है, general knowledge वाला part है, you can keep it for the subsequent stages. The first job is that कि going through the law thoroughly, understanding it properly, and making notes.
Right, right. So, Harshit, you started in fourth year while you were still as a work, there as a student in NLU Jodhpur. Now, fourth year, fifth year, as you mentioned, is a time where people think, oh, my law school is ending. Let me just go out, party with my friends, internship at, metro cities, so that, they are more exposed to that partying culture, right? In all these situations, being an aspirant becomes difficult because you have peer pressure as well. So how did you manage your time? You were into sports, you were into fitness. I'm pretty sure you had a social life as well. So how did you balance it all?
I think that this skill I learned in my initial days only, because I was majorly into the sports, especially cricket in my initial days. So I was devoting a lot of time in my school days as well. So this was my approach right from the beginning. I just want 2 things in my life. First is sports, and second that remaining time में पढ़ लो, so that parents also remain happy. So this tendency keeps continuing in the NLU as well. So I was focused not only in first, second year, fourth, fifth year. Also I was focused कि I just want to do fitness, sports, and then remaining time I want to do studies. ठीक है कि otherwise I will not be able to answer myself कि what I did on this particular day. So जो with regard to social life, I never had any good social life कि I tried to restrict it till the time in the fifth year. Not only fifth year, till the time I cleared the judiciary exam, I was having a very normal phone. Like it was not a smartphone. Even if I want to access mail, I used to do through my laptop. So my friends used to message me. There was like some batch WhatsApp group. So if there was some important updates, there were my some close friends who used to inform me by call or some text messages that this is the update. You can decide accordingly. So lot of time was saved, because neither I was on social media on these days, and neither I am not a partying person कि जिसको थोड़ा इससे हो कि I just want to go to the party. So everybody knew that he will not come. So neither they invited me. So it was very good for me. कि हाँ ठीक है, I am saving a lot of time. So even if you are like a partying person, if you want to go, there is no problem. As long as you have decided for yourself कि on this particular day, every day I want to read 6 to 7 hours. Now it's up to you. Whether you study after doing partying or before partying, it's up to you. So the routine is totally into your hands. Either you study at the morning hours, evening hours, midday hours. It's totally up to you.
Right.
So also I was like my lot of hours were getting wasted in the sports and fitness as well, like 3 4 hours every day. But still I try to manage. Ki I want to study 6 2 hours, 6 7 hours. So you can manage if you want to. Initial days में थोड़ा problem होगा. It will be difficulty for you because it is a kind of rigid routine, not very much flexible. But I think there is some kind of rigidity is necessary before you achieve success, because later on in the professional life as well, there will be a strict routine. So if you are able to develop a routine at the earlier stages, it will be very beneficial for you throughout the life.
Right, right. So, thanks for that. Next question is, when you're appearing for any competitive exams, right? People say UPSC, judiciary, banking exams, everything is a gamble, right? All you have to do is prepare. But in the process of preparation, there can be burnouts as well. That some days you feel that बहुत हो गया, नहीं हो पाएगा, right? So how did you overcome that thought, if at all you had it? And what would be your piece of advice for the aspirants who feel that at some point I should just give up? So how do you maintain that consistency?
So this is a very universal phenomena. I would say कि this happens with every person. If there's a person who says कि I never had ups and downs, I always had ups and ups only. So either that person is, I would say, कि very intellectual, very critical person, or either he is faking. So there are only two options. So it happens with everyone. It happened with me, as well. So I would say the best thing is that if you are preparing, and if you can prepare at home by having living at home, that's a perfect strategy. Because like in the days when you feel depressed or down, there are family members who can again appreciate you, who can get you back on the track. Otherwise, if you are taking a room at some place and living there, so there might be chances that you may end up in doing activities which are not beneficial for you. Like people develop smoking habits in these particular times. So if you are living with family, so there are chances that you will still be sane and you will get back on track more fast as compared to any other person. The second thing is that if you are feeling ki I just want to give up that particular day, just leave. Don't study. Try to do the thing which you like. If you are a person who wants to go to the movie, go for a movie. If you want to go with friends, do party. If you are a person like me, sports fitness wala, to do that. And the best thing is that if you are doing those things which you like each and every day on regular basis, then there will be hardly any chances you will feel burned out. Burnout क्यों हो जाते हैं? Because there are some, because we are preparing for long and we are restricting those activities which we wanted to do. But if we are not restricting those activities which we always wanted to do, अगर वो regular basis पे they are part of our routine, will not get burned out. So my strategy was keep it as I always used to do sports. I was playing and I was preparing simultaneously. So I never felt that I have shifted from my regular routine. So I was like कि हाँ, मजा आ रहा है. I can keep continuing this, है ना? But if there's some person who say that कि नहीं, we will study 10 to 14 hours and rest of the activities we will stop. So for them it becomes a very problematic situation. Like for 3 4 months they can carry on, 5 6 months. ठीक है. Now they gave the first attempt after 1 year as well. They were not able to clear. So now the problem arises. So they start feeling burned out, depressed, because this problem, this human tendency, because we want to do things which we will like. So my advice is that try to do those activities on a regular basis. Just restrict their time कि ठीक है इतना ही करना है, because I have other things to do as well. In that situation, you will not feel burned out or you will not feel exhausted. Ki I just want to leave this. And hardly there are persons who clear in the first attempt. So it doesn't matter. There some people who are clearing in the second attempt, third attempt, so it doesn't matter. What matters is having patience and willpower. As long
Right.
as you have patience and willpower, everything will be at your feet. Success will always come. Like if you
Right.
are dedicated enough, you are perseverant enough, success would come definitely. But you need to wait. ऐसा नहीं होता है कि रातों रात ही हो जाए. It takes a lot of time. Because there
Right.
are some persons who are preparing from the fourth year and then they clear the exam in the first attempt. Like you started from the end of the fifth year and then you were not able to clear in the first attempt. So you both are not at the same situation, because that person started earlier. he was putting his efforts when you are enjoying your law school life. So there's a difference, है ना? So everybody's situation cannot be different, है ना? So we just try to understand this fact कि it takes time, and
Right.
obviously there will be ups and downs, but it is up to you to tackle those days when you are feeling down. And I would say कि just leave the studies on that particular day, because you will, once you will get rejuvenated and refreshed, you will come back strongly.
Right, right. So Harshit, you cleared RJS, DJS parallelly, if I'm not wrong, right? And it was your first attempt. As you mentioned, you were in 10th semester when you appeared for RJS. So what was your prep strategy? Because as far as I know, the pattern is completely different. Obviously, laws still remain the same, but Delhi Judiciary RJS are considered to be one of the toughest exams, considering the other judicial services exams of different state. So how did you change your prep strategy? Because you were, I think, as an aspirant, you're aware that how the pattern differs from state to state.
So what majority of people do that ki when they approach pre, they say that ki we are right now preparing from the point of view of clearing prelims, then we will start the specific main strategy. So
Right.
I never kept this thing in mind, because I knew that ki pre is only for the screening purpose. You just to clear the cutoff. The marks doesn't matter there. But the marks which you score, the means decide your fate, whether you are going to be a judge or not, because the interview doesn't have too much weightage as compared to the mains ke marks. So my strategy was always like कि I want to prepare in a wholesome manner. जस्ट कि ऐसी स्ट्रेटेजी हो जिससे कि आई कैन क्लियर प्री एज वेल एज आई कैन क्लियर मेंस एज वेल. प्री में कम भी आ जाएंगे, इफ आई एम 1 or 2 marks above the cut off, that doesn't matter. मेरे को टॉपर नहीं बनना प्री में, आई जस्ट वांट टू क्लियर मेंस, और वो एक अच्छे मार्जिन से होना चाहिए. ठीक है, then interview we can manage, we can like interview के लिए there's sufficient time to prepare. And if you are from NLU, you doesn't feel weak while going for the interview, because you have already faced like a lot of interviews, so इतना matter नहीं करता. ठीक है, people ask interview में क्या करना नहीं करना, that's a subsequent stage. Focus on the means, because the means decide your fate. So try to do a wholesome strategy. That's why I said that कि people क्या होता है कि most of the aspirants are like, we will study bare eggs for clearing pre, then we'll start making notes or we will read commentaries. So you are left with very short time, because pre और mains में ज़्यादा time नहीं होता कि you can start from the very beginning. अगर
Right.
वो इतना ही टाइम होता है कि you can go through the concept once again, revise कर लो. So only those who are only those aspirants are able to clear this exam who are doing a wholesome strategy right from the beginning, not from the perspective of pre. They are keeping both the perspective कि this particular strategy will help me to clear the pre as well as means. तो उसके लिए वैसे ये होता है कि यू आर गोइंग थ्रू द बेयरक्स, वो आपको प्री में हेल्प कर देंगे. एंड लाइक दिल्ली ऐसा होता है कि दिल्ली में यू कैन नॉट क्लियर प्री ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ बेयरक्स, क्योंकि वहाँ पे एमसीक्यूज भी आर एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड. सो यू नीड टू हेविली फोकस ऑन द एप्लीकेशंस. This interpretation wala part, you need to know कि what is the substance of the law and how it is applied in the real scenarios. So for that you need to study commentaries from the right from the first day. So my only suggestion is that ki read barracks and commentaries simultaneously. Don't think that ki right now I'm preparing for the pre and then I will shift to the mains, because you will not get enough time. But think about that person that who is preparing from the main strategy for the past 1 year. So you'll be at a better position as compared to a person who just cleared pre and now he's starting from the mains point of view. So more maximum time he will get is 2 to 3 months. So you cannot
Right.
reach that level of that particular person. So your strategy should always be wholesome. So that's why, and with regard to the differences in the pattern, so as I already said that I was focusing on the commentary, so it helped me both in Rajasthan and Delhi judicial services. What I need to focus more was ki the subjects were differing. Delhi, although there are a lot of common subjects, but still 40-50% course is different. So my major task was ki how to complete this particular course, because Rajasthan ka means happened in September first week, and in September last week Delhi pre was there. And what is the problem with Delhi judiciary is कि they doesn't give you much time to prepare for mains. Only 2 weeks were given. So just result came. I wrote pre on this particular day. 3 days after pre का result आ गया, and from that 2 weeks were there to prepare for mains. So that was the major issue कि I got very less time. Or not only I, every aspirant got very less time. So you all should always keep this thing in mind कि time नहीं मिलेगा pre निकालने बाद. So you should be thorough with whole of the course at least 5-6 times before you opt pre. ये नहीं कि मैं pre के बाद 2 बार कर लूँगा. That is simply not possible, because uh, the best situation is कि pre के बाद you start writing answers so that you can put up a good answer. You already have the content in the mind. So content की जो stage होती है, getting content in your mind is before pre. Try to get as much content as possible. Pre के बाद आपको यही करना है कि just focus on the answer writing, judgment writing, chart swimming वगैरह, all those things. So
Right.
if you are doing a wholesome strategy और पूरा आप अच्छे से पढ़ रहे हैं, I don't think कि you need to change your strategies. कि राजस्थान में जा रहा हूँ तो I will follow this strategy, दिल्ली में जा रहा हूँ तो ये. You just need to focus on the other subjects which were not as in राजस्थान judiciary. So that happened me as well. तो मेरा जो काम था कि जो commentaries वगैरह पढ़ने का, so that helped me a lot. Actually I scored, like if you ask from the percentage point of view, I was able to score good percentage in Delhi as compared to Rajasthan. So although it was difficult, but that particular exam suited me
Right.
as more compared to RJS. That Delhi judiciary suited me more.
Right. So, Harshit, thanks a lot. We have covered several questions. We've understand how do you start your prep strategy? How did you do it, right? And you are a young judge, if I can put it rightly. You've just cleared the exam, barring the COVID years, right? So people would relate more to you because you are someone who's been there, done that. He's been into NLU Jodhpur, been into fitness, been into sports, but has also cleared judiciary. So, what is your one piece of advice for our aspirants before we end the session?
For aspirant is the only piece of advice that ki follow your instincts. Just don't go ki because bhaiya or somebody has cleared the exam. I just want to this in particular field. So what is most important ki your instinct should say that ki I want to be a judge. And this is the first step. And then the second thing is that ki good things take time. You should be patient enough. You should have a regular approach and a good willpower. You always see ki whether it is UPSC judiciary, uh, the most intelligent minds don't clear these exams. I would say but the persons who are regular enough, who are laborious, who can put who can put hard work each and every day, they clear the exams, not the most intelligent ones. So if you have a habit of devoting hours each and every day, if you are a person who can follow a routine, then someday or other you are going to clear the exam. And don't get disheartened if you are not able to clear the exam in the first or second attempt. And then that particular institution is providing you 4 attempts. है ना, अगर ऐसा ही होता है कि ओनली वर्दी कैंडिडेट्स शुड बी एडमिटेड और वर्दी वही होता है जो फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में क्लियर करता है, सो that would not be a situation. तो वहाँ पे फिर से वो 1 attempt का ही प्रोविजन रखते हैं. They have provided 4 attempts, so they also know that this is a public exam and sometimes it takes time to clear. Maybe your preparation was not up to the mark, or there were some adverse situations in your family or some circumstances surrounding you जिसके वजह से you are not able to give your 100%. So there are some there are a lot of situations, like I always say 60% is your hard work, 40% is the things which are beyond your control. Who was the checker of the mains की copy आपकी, who checked how liberal that person was, और अगर आपकी writing खराब हुई, so whether it was legible or not to that particular person, how was your day, कुछ adverse circumstances तो नहीं थे कि ऐसा कुछ family में ऐसा issue हो गया जिसकी वजह से your mental state was not stable enough. So apart from your hard work, you need to rely on some things as well. So sometimes things takes time, good things takes time, but don't get disheartened कि time हो गया है, result नहीं आ रहा. Someday or other, if you are hard work disciplined, अगर आप मेहनत कर रहे हैं तो obviously result will come.
Right, right. Thank you so much, Harshit. Thanks for taking out time again on a Sunday. I know you wanted to share your strategy with our, viewers. Just to mention it to everyone, we are doing this conversation series with Harshit. So today he has just talked about his prelims strategy. In the next session happening on 19th, he's going to talk about his main strategy, and on 26th about his interview experience. So stay tuned for the upcoming sessions as well. We at Olive Board do have courses where we are preparing the aspirants right from the beginning for mains. As you mentioned, because this was our thought process that the time to prepare for mains is really less in several states. So the links would be there on the description box. We have a all-in-one course where we are covering 6 states, all the Hindi speaking states, where if let's say you are appearing for Rajasthan, you can also appear for UP, Bihar, Haryana, Delhi and MP. So just check it out. And Harshit, I will see you in the next session. Hopefully these series is going to help the aspirants understand how to prepare and understand it from someone who's already done it. So thanks a lot and have a great day ahead.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.